The anchor rightly said in his introduction, my name is Dr. Andrew Omosefe. I'm a lecturer in the Department of Political Science, University of Benin. I'm a public affairs commentator, analyst. I'm a researcher. I'm a political scientist, and then a politician. I teach at the Department of Political Science, University of Benin, and I'm also a member of the All Progressives Congress. Thank you once again for having me. Has not been under the APC's administration in the last 1 year. APC has just come on board, and it's just about 6 months old in the government of Edo State. And I will be doing my analysis on the basis of the fact that Edo State is just 6 months old under the APC administration. And in comparison to developmental trajectory, you cannot really begin to do a comparison, of a government that is just 6 months old in office, and you're comparing it to of Edo states with other states who have had, governments for 4 years, 1 year. No, that will not be something that. But again, if you look at the development of Edo State in the last 6 months under Governor Monday Okpebholo, you will agree with me that it's more like a revolution. We are seeing what we have not seen before in this state. Like I mentioned before, the first flyover in Edo State, in the history of Edo State, is already under construction, and the second should be commencing any moment from now. And if you look at the happenings within the last 6 months, the court killings and all of that, you will also agree with me that those things will scare investors away. And so I also commend the approach that Monday Okpebholo has taken in an attempt to get rid of court killings and then woo investments to Edo State. And then he's trying to wake up the transport sector, which was moribund under the 8 years of Godwin Obaseki, which is the Edo Line Transport Service, and then re-energize the Edo City Transport Service. And you will agree with me too that he's also trying in terms of education with the Edo Shine Initiative. Edo Shine Initiative has so far, at my last count, employed over 1,000 teachers. And no, you are not correct. Adams Oshiomhole did 8 years as governor. Before Obaseki came, did 4 years under APC, and then did another 4 years under PDP. My party only returned to government, in 6 months. This is exactly what I've been trying to tell you, that when you compare infrastructure, roads, especially roads, with other South states, it's almost incomparable. You cannot compare what you have in Edo to what you have in Rivers or what you have in Delta or even Bayelsa. Other South states are doing way better in terms of road infrastructure. But with the coming of Monday Okpebholo, the state is trying to measure up, and that's where the idea of the flyovers come in an attempt to first of all reduce traffic and then beautify the city, improve on our roads infrastructure. When roads infrastructure has been improved on, that will now pave way for economic development of our state. And then when you talk of power supply, first of all, you understand that power supply is something that belongs to the federal government, even though the federal government has now ceded part of its powers to the states to enable states now, produce their own power. And I believe that very soon we'll begin to roll that out as well. The issue of urban planning, Edo is one of the best planned cities, not just in Nigeria, but even in the entire Africa. And so, well, one of the worst road networks as before the coming of Oshiomhole. But as of today, the Ministry of Urban and Regional Development and that of the Edo GIS are also doing very well in terms of urban planning. So if you want to compare those states with the other southern states or other south states, in terms of road infrastructure, that is almost incomparable, except Ever busy, government is a continuum. If Oshomole could not finish some of his projects in 8 years, why did the government that succeeded him not complete the project? Is it a case of government go, government come? Is it that Edo is a state where a government will come and stop do a project, stop somewhere, and then the next government will abandon it for another one? I mean, that is not governance. And so that, of course, you are now also telling me that Obaseki failed in his 8 years because he abandoned the projects that was started by his predecessor. Of course, I will agree with you if that is what you mean. And one easy one would be the Benin Stormwater project that Oshomole started, and instead of Obaseki to complete it, he did not. And then there was now a problem in the state where we now have flooding and everything, So one would not blame the government of Oshomole for starting a project and could not complete it within his 8-year tenure. The onus. Again, as for the issue of flooding that this person just posted, you will lay the blame squarely on the table of Obaseki. If Obaseki had completed this Benin Stormwater project that Oshomole started, Edo will not be in the mess that we are in today. And it will be unfair for somebody to blame Monday Okpebholo for the flooding in Edo State as of today. The government is just 6 months old in office, and you will not expect him to do the magic that Obaseki did not do in 8 years. Obaseki had 8 years to complete the Benin City Stormwater project and deflood Edo State. So if Obaseki did not do it, and then Oshomole, who is just Okpebholo, who is just 6 months in office, I wonder, that would be insensitive of you to lay the blame on the doorsteps of Okpebholo. Lay the blame squarely on the doorsteps of Obaseki because he failed to deflood Edo State, even when Oshomole had genuine reasons, to start off that project. And once he handed over to Obaseki, Obaseki should have completed that project, and then Edo will not be in a mess that it is in today. Well, transfer of service is a right of civil servants, and if the draconian government of Obaseki did not allow that, of course, that was an infringement on the right of workers. And I'm sure that by the time this government fully settles down for business, they will open doors for transfer of service from one agency to another.